Afternoon. How's it going? Hope everyone's good. Bagwell says hi, how you doing? Hope you're well. Harry says hello, how are you? Yeah, good, not bad. Haven't put my phone on mute again, but now it is on mute. Yeah, good. Got I got another one of these in the evening, so kind of tired, to be honest. But yeah, good. I've uh, I've identified the next game I'm gonna play, so that's a positive. But yeah, how are you? How's things going? How's your weekend? We've got Pixel saying good morning. How you doing? Um, Hope you're well. Yeah, I was just thinking morning. It must be like 9. Is it like 9 a.m.? 9 a.m. for you, kind of roughly. It's 2 o'clock here, so that would probably be like 9. Yeah, 9. Got up a bit early to play some more FM. Oh, nice. Are you doing a new Football Manager career? Um, who you playing as within the current career? Does that mean that the lusty Argonian has been put to the side for a while? Um, but yeah, I need to get back into kind of Football Manager 100%. Wim Malfay, who is a Club Bruges fan, says, "Yo, how you doing, Wim? Hope you're good. Hope you're well. Good to see you as always." Um, Today's game, that's a good point. Germany versus France should be good. Yeah, just turning 9. Nice. Just turning 2 o'clock for us. But yeah, good to have you here in the morning. Um, I'm doing a custom database based in the USA. Oh, nice. I think that was like one of your first videos that I ever saw. Um, and I think that's when I followed. It was like a custom. It was something. It was some like custom. There was something about the custom database, and I thought, okay, like that was. I'm explaining this badly, but that was like your first kind of, and I think it was like an older database. I can't remember, and I thought, okay, that's interesting. We've got Dan. How you doing, Dan? Hope things are well in Banbury. Jenny Thong says best game I saw for Liverpool was 4-3 against Newcastle. Do you mean the one where Stan Collymore scored at the end? Because people often ask me, what's the earliest game that you remember, and it's that one. Well, that one and the Chelsea 5-1. Is that the one you're talking about? The one back in the day? Because that was a crazy game. Um, Oh, sorry. Yeah. I meant what game for the gaming channel. I think I'm gonna give a Silent Hill 2 a go. Um, I hope it's not too similar to Resident Evil that I finished before this game. But I reckon I'll be done with the current game, Clair Obscur. I reckon I'll be done with that within a week. So I like to have like the next thing to play. So I think I'm gonna give Silent Hill 2 a chance. Pixel says, "Hey Dan, Chelsea till I die." Says Gittins and Mannion to Chelsea are nearly done. Unreal transfer window. Yeah, I was probably bigging up Chelsea yesterday. I was like, look how kind of organized they are. They've got in Estevao. They got that sorted kind of months ago. So they've kind of they're not sorted, but they've added to the midfield. Gittins is a forward player, winger. Mannion is a goalkeeper, and I was like, look how organized kind of Chelsea are being. Um, I think they're going to be like a serious kind of threat next season. Match has just kicked off. This it's a game of the bridesmaids that we're watching today. Oh god, 1 second. I set it to 55. Yeah, just setting the timer. Jenny Thong, still one of my favorite usernames, says, "Do you think Crystal Palace will beat you in the Charity Shield?" It's entirely possible. I wouldn't discount them. Um, I think it entirely depends on who's more fitter. You know what I mean? Like who's more fit at that time. Sometimes in Charity Shields, like one oh Germany just threw, but saved. Sometimes I think the Charity Shield depends on whoever has the highest kind of fitness um, around that time period. Oh yeah, I was trying to make Higuita in the match engine. Yeah, yeah, it was something like that, and I was like, okay, this is quite interesting. Instead of just playing Football Manager, he's kind of tweaking the database, and yeah, this is pretty good. Dan says, Pixel, would you sell Nunes? Pixel says, yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, I think this is the right time to probably sell him. From a kind of football perspective, we've given him kind of 3 years and it hasn't worked out. And from a perhaps more of a financial perspective, I think if we were to leave it one more year, his contract would start getting shorter and shorter and his value would kind of go down. So I think this is the right time. This is the right time to sell him. I think Liverpool can feel like they've done right by him. They've given him multiple chances. But the management side can also feel that they've done right by the finances, because they also have a responsibility to the finances of the club in addition to the responsibility to a player. So I think all round it makes sense. Pixel would rather sell Nunes and keep Diaz. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Diaz at least kind of contributes. Diaz can kind of play multiple positions, got a decent amount of GA. So yeah, I'd 100% favour that. I would be very unhappy if Diaz got sold. Liverpool owners need to sort out the Diaz contract first. Yeah, for me, they need to sort out like the Diaz situation, I'd say. I'd love it. I'd love it if he was to stay. I'd love it if we were to kind of give him a new contract. But the flip side is, if he doesn't want to stay, then for me, we perhaps need to look at cashing in. And the reason for that is he's got 2 years left, and we don't want to kind of go through the same situation we had this year, where we're kind of worrying about a player with 1 year left. So I think the ideal situation is he signs a new contract, everyone lives happily ever after, and so forth. But I think the kind of backup situation would be, if he doesn't want to sign a new contract, let's see if we can sort it this month. Yeah, that was it. It was the Stan Collymore, mate, legend game. Yeah, that's like one of the earliest games I remember. Was Kevin Keegan the manager back then? He might have been, but Germany through here. Nothing happened. That's one of the earliest games I remember. as weird as that is. That one and the 5-1 versus Chelsea, where Frank Leboeuf got a penalty at the end. Those are the two earliest games I remember. I might need to watch the highlights of that on YouTube again. Wim said, I'm going to support Le Francais aujourd'hui. Fair enough. Is KONATE playing? No, KONATE is not playing. KONATE is on the bench. He didn't have the best game the other day. WIRTZ is playing though. Germany in a weird kind of 4-4-2 formation by the looks of it, but let's see what happens. We have Durwood. Good morning. How you doing? Hope you're well. Hope you've had a good weekend. Pixel says Durwood. Yeah, Durwood is the goat of the stream, alongside Fish and alongside Pixel, I think. But yeah, hope you're doing well. I hope the bugs have dissipated. Yeah, game started. I've set the timer now. Tomorrow, my country, Belgium, against Wales. Nice. What do you think? What do you think the result will be tomorrow? Graham T43 says, "Hey, I'm a Liverpool fan. Do you think Liverpool will sign a WIRTZ?" Yeah, I think they'll get it done. I think they'll get it done. I think the kind of delay is because he's kind of away at the Nations League. But today, as in the game we're watching right now, That's WIRTZ's last game for the season, and then he's going on holiday. So yeah, I think Liverpool will get it done, and I think it will be sorted next week. What do you think? Are you concerned about it, or do you think it will get done? I think it will get done. Derwood says, I'm okay. Hope you are all having a good weekend. Yeah, good so far. Good so far. Christian, the Inter Milan fan, says, ciao. How are you, Christian? How have you been? Hope you're having a good weekend. Jenny Thong says, take off your Liverpool specs when answering this question. Okay. I thought that said take off your Liverpool shirt, and I was like, Jenny, you don't want to see that. But thankfully it said take off your Liverpool specs when answering this question. Who do you think is the worst striker between Núñez and Rasmus Højlund? I'd honestly say, I don't know if I'm being biased here. I'd honestly say Rasmus Højlund, because I think they're both pretty useless. But Núñez at least has physicality and speed, if you know what I mean. Like, Núñez can at least run. Núñez can at least be a bit aggressive, but Rasmus Højlund feels like a piece of paper up front. Like, he ain't gonna do nothing. Like, he's got no redeemable quality. And that's me being honest. Like, I don't know how to prove it, but that is me being honest. Angus says, what team should Ange manager? If you were Ange, where will you go? I'd ask, are you Ange? Because you're called Angus. Is this Ange Postecoglou's secret account? I'm not sure. It's a good question. I feel a bit sorry for him. Like it was a bit of a kind of fairy tale ending. You know, when he said, always win a trophy in my second season, mate. Always win something in my second season, mate. And then he did. And then he still got fired. So I kind of feel sorry for him. In terms of where he goes, I'm honestly not sure. I'm not sure the right job exists yet, but I think he should take a break, clear his mind, have a nice holiday, and then see what's open to him. He did get paid £4 million to leave, so he should be able to get a decent little holiday with that. Take a nice break and then see what comes up. Graham says, I'm concerned because his team wants to squeeze more out of Liverpool to sign WIRTZ. I hear you, Graham. There was a tweet today, wasn't it? I think it was Paul Joyce said Liverpool's 113 million was rejected and they want more. Like, I still want the player, of course, but I'm starting to feel a tad resentful, where I'm like, you know what, Leverkusen, F you, man. Like you I don't know how to I don't know how to explain it, but I'm starting to get a bit annoyed with them, as you've said. I think the other thing that Leverkusen need to perhaps remember is I think WIRTZ only has 2 years left. So with that in mind, I think 113 million is a more than fair offer. I think, but I agree with you that I feel like they're kind of starting to kind of take the mick, if you know what I mean. But let's see what happens. I share your concern to kind of a certain degree, but I'm starting to get a bit annoyed with them, to be honest with you. Pixel says Núñez is really effective at taking a marker off Diaz and Salah because of his speed. Yeah, I agree with you. That's kind of why I'd perhaps rank him above Højlund, because Núñez at least has some sort of redeemable quality in terms of his physicality, his speed, but Højlund offers nothing. He's got like I was gonna say he's got nice looking hair, but other than that, I don't know. Sully says, hello. What's your ethnicity, brother? Parents are from Pakistan. I was born in England. Højlund is nothing as a striker, says Sully. Yeah, I agree with you, Sully. There was a question earlier. Somebody put in the chat. They said it was Jenny, actually. It was Jenny. And let's see if I can find the question. It's this question here. Nunes or Højlund, and kind of in my opinion, Højlund offers nothing. Nunes at least offers physicality and speed, so I take that over nothing. Christian says thumbs up. Hero Breen says hi. Brian, I think perhaps, but yeah, hope you're doing good. Dawood says, I hope Ange stays in the Premier League and his team. I like that. I hope he stays in the Premier League and his team crushes Spurs every time they play. Firing him was very Spursy. That would be nice, actually. I think when the question came earlier, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure what the answer was, but I like that answer. Let him have a holiday. Let him have a nice holiday. Let him spend a bit of his £4 million and then come back to somebody in the Premier League. Perhaps maybe like a mid-table team or something. Get them playing attacking football. Get up the pitch, mate. High line, mate. And then smash Spurs. That would be nice. Pixel says that he's on the Leverkusen side. Liverpool have more than enough money. Leverkusen are going to get ransacked this season. Okay. I see the viewpoint now. The viewpoint is perhaps that, look, they've lost Alonso, they've lost Frimpong, they're probably going to lose even more players. They're losing WIRTZ. They want to maximize this opportunity. Okay, I mean, I guess I understand the viewpoint a bit better now. From my perspective, like, I don't know like how much we can continue to keep upping the bid, if you know what I mean. But I hear you. I understand the viewpoint now. Graham says, excellent, buddy. Thank you. No worries, Graham. Jenny says, haha, you taking your top off will get you more subscribers. It might get me maybe 1 or 2 more, but it would lose about 100 in disgust. So maybe not. Jenny says, Højlund has recorded a top speed of 35 kilometers, making him one of the fastest players in United. He's also been recorded running 100 meters in under 11 seconds. That's quite impressive, to be fair. I guess when I see him on the pitch, I think pace alone isn't much use in his position. I think you need pace and a certain amount of aggression. And he kind of doesn't have it, if you know what I mean. I don't think he's a Man United quality player. Like, if there's any Man United fans here, they're kind of linked with Cunha. I think Cunha is maybe a bit slower, but much better player. Linked with Mbeumo, much better player. I think they just need to kind of sell and move on, to be honest. Sully says, I'm also from Pakistan, bro, from Kashmir. Very nice. AM says, apparently Slot sat with Nunes and said to him, you've got 1 more season to improve. Interesting. Did that apparently happen like now or last year, if you know what I mean? Hero Brian says, evening in India. Nice. We're covering like the entire entire spectrum of time here, if you think about it. So if I scroll up, if I can find it, it might have gone now. But for Pixel and Durwood, it's the morning, because they're on the east. Well, they're west of me, but on the east coast. For me, it's the afternoon, and I'd imagine it's afternoon for most people. And for Hero Breen, it's evening. Nunes can create his own chances. True, he's got that aggression about him. Lost Frimpong to them too for only 40 million or 35 or whatever. I think it was a bit less than that, you know. I think in pounds, it was 29. So yeah, okay. You've convinced me. I'm starting to feel a bit more sympathetic to their cause now. A bit more. Obviously not fully, but I'm starting to empathize. That's the word. I'm starting to empathize with them a bit more. Sully says the only problem with Nunes is that he isn't clinical. He isn't clinical, and he's got the brain of a fish. But whenever I say that, fish appears on YouTube, so I need to be careful. I think WIRTZ is probably the top 3 prospects in the world, so it makes sense to get Premier League tax for him. Fair enough, fair enough. I'm seeing, I guess, I guess the other side of the coin is like, and I don't mean this disrespectfully, but like Leverkusen are probably not going to get another WIRTZ anytime soon. So they're so perhaps from their perspective, they're trying to maximize their earnings. It's like when you're buying a house, I guess, in some ways. It's like you put in a certain offer, the other side wants a lot more, and then you're like, oh, they're asking crazy money, and then yeah, I hear you, I hear you. Forak says, not if you oil up too, brother. Forak, if I was to oil up, I would get banned and lose everyone. but I appreciate the creativity. Chiesa runs 34 kilometers an hour. Liverpool need to get WIRTZ deal over the line after Zubimendi and Caicedo. Yeah. From a PR perspective, and I guess from a how the club looks perspective, the club would have egg on their face if they were to kind of mess this up. MT the God says, when was the Nunes chat? We need to know. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Was it AM above that said Slot had a chance? Slot had a chat with him. When was that chat? We want to know. Sully says, who is playing well in this match? It's pretty even. I'd say Germany are probably slightly on top, but it's pretty even. Kamar, or is it Kamar? YouTube says, did we watch Nations League? Yeah, watching it now. It's currently 0-0. Forak says, Nunes is going to Atletico Madrid, bro. I got it by bookies odds for next club, and he's odds on to go there. Okay, interesting. I mean, if he's odds on, they might know something that we don't. Because I remember when we were kind of in for Ruben Amorim last year, suddenly this random bold guy called Arne Slot was odds on, and we were like, what? And then he got hired a few days later. So might be one to keep an eye on that. Jenny says, I love Rasmus Højlund and Darwin Núñez is crap. Love it when United and Liverpool do crap. Fair enough. What do you love about Rasmus Højlund? Because if you love it when United also do crap, then you're probably not a United fan. What do you love about him? Is it his boyish good looks? Is it the I don't know. There must be something. We need to know what you love about him. Chiesa needs more game time. He's leaving Liverpool. I wish we could loan him. I don't want to lose him. Yeah, I have a bit of an attachment to Chiesa. I don't know why, and I think many people have a attachment to Chiesa. I'd like to see him given one more season, just from a romantic perspective. But unfortunately, I think he's gonna go. But I don't want him to go. I went on the Anfield Stadium tour. Maybe like 9 months ago, and as soon as they let you into the dressing room, which is crazy, I think, but as soon as you walk into the player dressing room, the first shirt that you see is Chiesa's shirt. It's like right in the middle, and I was like, fair. And I got a picture of it. So like, if Chiesa leaves, I'm gonna be really bummed that I've got a picture of Chiesa's shirt. If Slot wants Nunes to stay, it means that Slot has found a solution. Yeah, to get the best out of him. Yeah, I agree. If he wants him to stay, then he must have a plan. But if I was to guess, I'd say he's gonna go. Chiesa wants more game time for the World Cup. Yeah, I hear you. I mean, Italy played Norway. Was it the day before yesterday, and kind of got battered 3-0. So Italy need all the capability that they can kind of get their hands on. Jenny says, "Don't oil up. You're not." I didn't even make the connection, but that's a very good point. Speaking of good points, Durwood also always makes good points, and here's another one. Since a bunch of people are leaving Leverkusen, he's probably their last hope. I think they keep on hoping Liverpool pull out. Wow, do you reckon? You reckon? I think I think the kind of issue with that is I think I'm not 100% sure, but I think he's only got 2 years left on his contract. So if clubs keep pulling out, he would probably go for a free, I think. If I was Leverkusen, I'd try and again, I understand what Pixel was saying now, but I'd try and get as good a fee as I can out of Liverpool and then use it. Speaking of WIRTZ, there, he got fouled. WIRTZ just got fouled on the edge of the box. I'd look to maximize profit and kind of move on. Nunes talked to Slot within the past few days, says Derwood. So there's the answer. At least that's the rumor. I hope that's incorrect. Well, like for me, like it's like we've tried this for 3 years. It's just not gonna work. I think let's maximize what we can get from him and move on. Hero Brian says Euros are way better than Nations League. 100%. Nations League to me, I don't know about you guys, but Nations League to me still kind of feels like a bit of a friendly competition. Like I'm watching it, but I'm not really taking it seriously. Jack says this game's like the Europa League final, in the sense that you think the quality is really bad. I hear you. Like it's a final, but well, this is the third place. But I'm not taking this game seriously, and I don't know if German or French people are taking it seriously. Kama 303 YouTube says, sorry, I was offline. Can you repeat what you said? I think you asked about the Nations League, and I was like, yeah, we're watching it here, but I might have misinterpreted your question. Oh, okay, I hear you, Jenny. Because Jenny was saying, I love Rasmus Højlund, but I hate United. And I was like, but what do you love about Rasmus Højlund? Like, I didn't understand. And now it makes sense. So Jenny's saying, I love it because he's wrecking United. Fair enough. This is my one little grudge against my manager Slot, which he hasn't really given Chiesa a chance. Yeah. What is the reason? Like, I reckon the kind of the reason will be revealed in a few years. Like, do you think it's Chiesa's attitude or what is it? Like, there has to be some sort of reason, because even when we're winning games 4-0, he still doesn't bring him on. I had a conspiracy theory that Chiesa had pictures of Slot with hair, and Slot didn't want those pictures released, and therefore he's keeping him on the bench. I don't know. Ooh, here's Mbappe. Tackle by Kimmich. Jenny Thong says, where do you think Jack Grealish is going this season? Hopefully to the hairdressers, because I think he needs to cut that hair off. But it's not a contract expiry, is it, for Grealish? Like, I think he's going to go for a fee. Probably abroad, because he's probably on crazy money at Man City, and he ain't going to want to lose that, to be fair. Kama is saying, do you watch Nations League online? Yeah, watching it right now. Harry says, this WIRTZ deal isn't looking too good at the moment. We need to get it over the line. Yeah, we do. From my perspective, I'm not panicking too much at the moment. And the reason for that is, like, WIRTZ's season hasn't finished yet. Like, I'm kind of watching him right now. He's running down the right-hand side, which is interesting. So from my perspective, I'm not panicking too much. But if there's not significant progress next week, then I'll be a bit concerned. Because this should be his last game. After this, he's going on holiday, so I'd expect a significant amount of progression. If nothing happens next week, then I'll be like, oh, what's going on? But right now, I'm still kind of cautiously optimistic. International football is so dry. It is, man. It is. This thankfully is like two good teams with like some decent players. But like yesterday England versus Albania was on for free on TV, and I still didn't watch it. I was like, that's going to be boring as hell. I'm not going to waste 2 hours on that. I'm just going to play some computer games instead. And I was glad, because all my mates are saying they watched it and they were saying it was boring as hell. So thankfully these two teams are quite good, but in general, yeah. And I think Four Rock has kind of summed it up quite nicely as well there. Nations League is a glorified friendly, bro. Yeah, it is. It is. It's a friendly trophy. Durwood says, people think WIRTZ will bring out the best of Nunes. Possibly. The thing is, like, I feel like Nunes is getting into kind of good positions. Like, he's getting right in front of goal. Like, the goal is here, Nunes is there, and he still hits it wide. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like Salah has done a lot for Nunes, but he still misses. And I feel like McAllister's done a lot for Nunes, and he still misses. I appreciate, I respect to a certain degree how much people are still supporting him, regardless of the fact that how useless he is. Like, I actually respect that to a certain level. Like, these people, like, I need to, like, we all need to befriend these people because they'll support you forever, kind of thing. So it's admirable to a certain degree, but me being realistic, I don't see it working. A Blinded Heart says World Cup, Champions League, Europa League, and Nations is UEFA Conference League. That's probably a nice way of explaining it, to be fair. Jamal Benouf, bonjour Jamal, ça va? Hope you're doing well. 0-0 at the moment. If Salah wasn't supplying Nunes the donkey, the last 3 years, he'd have stupid assist numbers. Yeah, it is a bit frustrating when Salah will literally put it on like a plate for Nunes, like 5 yards out, and he'll miss. There was that one as well, like when he had an open goal, and instead of just kicking it into the goal, he decided to smack it over the bar. Like, for me, like, and again, I have no influence. It's not, I don't manage the team, but like, from my perspective, I've made my mind up that it's not going to work. Oh, here's WIRTZ though. That's why I just went silent. WIRTZ is being tricky in the box. He got kind of 3 French defenders on him, and then he got tackled. Jenny Thong says, Slot only good boss if he wins it over and over again. What do you think, mate? I think that would make him a better boss. But like, for me, like, I think he's already gone down in folklore by kind of winning it in his first season. But you're right to say if he repeats that, then he'll become an even better boss. Yeah. So I think he's kind of good right now. But if he was to retain the title, I mean, even Klopp didn't retain the title. I appreciate that was the season that was ravaged by injuries and all that, but it would only further enhance Slot's reputation. On the subject of Slot, I'm a bit worried. In the sense that, you know, when he joined, he only signed a 3-year contract, right? Which means that he's only got 2 years left. So, yeah, we need to get WIRTZ and all these players done, but can somebody sort out our bold manager, please, with a new contract? Because he's only got 2 years left. Because I remember when we signed him last year, we only gave him a 3-year deal. So let's give him a new deal, please. Give him a nice little pay rise so he can buy a nice little shaving machine made out of solid gold. Adeyemi got the ball there and he just completely lost it. But yeah, it's something I haven't heard many people talk about, but I think Slot really needs to be given a new contract. Jenny says, told you what team I suppose, told you Man City were going to get the Premier League back home. I should have read between the lines then. Regarding what you were inferring. Yeah, it was yesterday we were talking about kind of Rodri and kind of Rodri being back. And kind of all the new transfers that are coming in. It looks like you're potentially get Rayan Cherki. Looks like you'll get Reinders yesterday, who was playing for Netherlands. I think Man City will be strong this season coming up. There was a guy yesterday who was saying he thought he was a Man United fan, and he was explaining how Man United were going to win the league next season because they bought Cunha. And I was like, mate, you are just setting yourself up for failure. Oh, and he also said we just need a few strikers because we're just slightly behind the top few teams. And I was like, mate, you finished 16th. How is that slightly behind? Like slightly behind is like Aston Villa. You could even say Chelsea. Like for me, kind of Liverpool, Arsenal, and Man City, they seem to be like a step above everyone else, and then there's like a second step below that. But like Man United are like 10 steps below that, man. Slot is a great boss, and he can only improve. Yeah. I agree with you. For me, he's already done fantastically well. To win the league with no signings, I think that's pretty amazing. But next season, I don't want to say the real test, but next season will be a tougher test because I think it's a lot more difficult to win the league, to win anything when you're the hunted. So Liverpool are going to be the hunted next season. Liverpool are not going to be the hunters. The hunters are going to be Man City. Hunters are going to be Chelsea. The hunters are going to be Newcastle. The hunters are going to be Arsenal. I think it's going to be a lot harder next season because when you're the champion, you have a kind of target on your back kind of thing. So let's see how things kind of go then. The amount I'm seeing for WIRTZ is insane. He better perform day one. Yeah, I hear ya. I think, I mean, 120 million is kind of crazy money. Like, I appreciate that's kind of the market now, but like, I think there's going to be a lot of pressure on him. And I don't think it's kind of necessarily his fault. He doesn't dictate the the fee. But I agree with you. If you come in for a significant fee, there's going to be a significant amount of pressure on you from your own fans. There's going to be a significant amount of pressure on you from kind of other fans. There's going to be a significant amount of pressure on you from the media. So let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. P5AM says Linders is going to be good for Pep, just like he was for Klopp. Yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. Like a lot of people are quite, what's the word? Are quite kind of annoyed at Linders for for taking the job. Me personally, I'm a bit lukewarm on it. But it'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see kind of how he does at a different club, if you know what I mean. I think Linders was good. He wasn't perfect. Like he had his shortcomings. I don't think he's the most kind of tactically astute assistant manager. And I think we can certainly make the argument that when Linders took over the kind of tactical setup, that's when Liverpool started playing differently, and that's kind of when they perhaps weren't as successful as they previously were. But equally, it's unfair to use that as an excuse to say he's rubbish. So I do agree with you. I think he's going to be good. He's also got a lot of experience as an assistant. Like 7? He wasn't there for the whole time with Klopp, but a few years with Klopp. So yeah, I'm curious to see how that goes. Love Day says hi. Who do you think will win, Germany or France? It's a pretty even game, to be honest. Right now, like Germany are more on top, but France are having the better chances, if you know what I mean. I feel like Germany are dominating, but France are countering and getting the better opportunities. If I had to guess, I'd probably say France, even though I feel like Germany are playing better. As weird as that sounds. Just like he was for RB Leipzig, yeah. I think some people. Wirtz just hit the post. Wirtz just hit the post. And now he's looking at the sky like, ah. So the ball kind of fell to him inside the box. He did a low shot along the floor. Ended up hitting the post. But here's Mbappe. Mbappe countering. Germany snuff it out. John Francis, aka What the Celtic, says hi. How you doing, John? How's your weekend going? Hope you're having a nice weekend. John says, good to hear. Good to hear. I mean, Wirtz is looking lively here. I think sometimes, like, if a player doesn't score like a gazillion goals, they'll just get kind of hated on. The flip side is, like, I think sometimes other people will just say a player's amazing even though he isn't, like you get with Nunes. But I think Wirtz is doing quite well here. Ooh, here's that big lanky striker. Oh, he gets tackled. What's his name? Voltamate. Arne Slot has the same amount of trophies Premier League has Leicester City and Blackburn Rovers. Very true. But he's also been working there for about 9 months. You know what I mean? It's like, what else is the guy supposed to do? I mean, the flip side is if you can say someone like Arteta has been there for 5 years and doesn't have any Premier Leagues. And I think the flip side also is that Blackburn Rovers, they were not up against a gargantuan state in Man City. The Leicester story is just amazing. Even though sometimes people say it was a low points tally, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, you know what? Leicester did amazing. Good for them. Jenny says, win it back to back, mate. Hopefully. Oh, Mbappe, man, fell over. Hopefully. I mean, hopefully they do win it back to back. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. A lot of clubs are kind of strengthening. And I think the weird thing is, I think Liverpool are going to go through a bit of a change. If they're bringing in WIRTZ, if they're bringing in FRIMPONG, ultimately that will hopefully result in a net positive. But immediately, is there going to be a bedding in period? And does the bedding in period mean that Liverpool are going to struggle? Who knows? We'll have to kind of wait and see. AFC Dave says Mbappe need to be at left wing. He's not a striker. I hear ya. I like his pace on the wing, but I don't know if you're watching the game, but right then he had like a counter, ran through the middle, had like an easy shot with the keeper and shot it wide. I mean, perhaps left wing is the answer for him because like he does score goals, but like he does that quite often. Completely kind of misses the target. Free kick to Germany here. They do nothing with it. Dot, aka full stop, says, I think City gonna win it. They made good signings, yeah. They made some good. They're in the market for quite a few good players. In the market for Shirky. In the market for Reinders. It looks like Grealish is gonna go, but they'll at least get a transfer fee for him, and they'll save on a lot of wages. They're going to be dangerous. They're going to be dangerous, and of course, kind of Rodri's going to be back as well. Like Rodri played a few games this season at the very end when he just came back from a serious injury, and he just looked like so composed, even though he's probably like 50% fit. So yeah, he's gonna be a big addition to them. Jenny says, why won't you take off the Liverpool glasses? Say why it is, mate. I don't remember what the question was. Oh, you said Arne Slot has the same amount of Premier League trophies as Leicester and Blackburn, but I'm like, yeah. I mean, he's been there 9 months. he can't win 2 Premier Leagues in 1 year. P5AM says Man United have the lowest points total with lowest points title winning total in 96-97. Yeah, 100%. People forget these things sometimes. Will the Club World Cup still be on because of the World Cup next year? Good question. I don't know. They probably will, because let's be honest, all of football is about making money. It's all about kind of men in suits above this kind of making money. So they'll find a way, I think, to put it on. They might change the date, they'll change the scheduling, but they'll find a way. Because all football is about is the people at the top in terms of UEFA, the people in suits. It's all about them kind of making money kind of thing. They got the mall. It's got the here we go. John says Man City can't do anything without Rodri. Yeah, I think they do struggle without Rodri. The kind of disappointing thing for us is that he's back now, so it's gonna make things a lot harder. If Arsenal get Rodrigo and Sesko, what about Arsenal? I definitely think it will make them a bit more competent. Sesko, I think he's a player with kind of good potential. He's not the finished article yet, but to be fair, he is quite young, and there's always room to grow and room to develop at these clubs. Here's Voltamade. Voltamade's got it in goal, but I think it's been disallowed. I guess from my perspective, I'd just be interested to kind of see how Arteta does with a star striker. He seems to be a very pragmatic manager. Oh my God, Voltamade just literally handballed it and then said, I didn't do anything. It's like, mate, you did the most blatant handball. It'll be interesting to see how Arteta does with like a striker. He's very defensive. And if he gets a proper striker, is he going to continue to be defensive or is he going to change his tactics? 35 million for that French guy. Good business for City. Is that, do you mean like Ryan Shirky? Yeah, that's really good business. He's a quality player. He's young. He's technically very good. He can play multiple positions. I mean, if they're getting for 35 million, I think that's good business. Arsenal aren't getting Rodrigo, says Dot. Dunn says the Club World Cup is every 4 years. Just speaking. Okay, fair enough. That solves that problem, thankfully. Well, if player want big wages, okay. I think that's a fair point. Ooh, Mbappe just scored, by the way. And he scored from the left. I'm just waiting for the replay. I just saw it at the corner of my eye. But the point you're making is valid, Dot. If players want big wages, then it's something, then they have to play a lot of games to increase the popularity, to increase the amount of tickets that are sold, to increase the visibility. I hear you. I do think they perhaps need to find a balance. I think these players perhaps play too many games and it just causes injuries and things. But I hear what you're saying. Yeah, Mbappe just kind of he got the ball on his left foot. He cut inside against Kimmich. Kimmich needs to do better there for an experienced player. Kimmich needs to do better with that, and then kind of smacks it into the corner there. Smacks it into the corner. So we will increment the score. June 18 fixed. Can't wait. Be Christmas Day. And the good thing is, almost 6 months later, you get another Christmas Day. So it's like you've got a Christmas Day halfway in between the real Christmas Day. Rodri is the most important player to a team in the world. Yeah, he is a elite player, man. And as I was saying earlier, he's been out injured for the whole season. He played, I think, the last game of the season, and as soon as he came on, you saw the difference. And like you see the difference, even though the guy's like just coming back from injury. If you know what I mean. So you see the difference of a 50% fit Rodri. That's how good he is. Adramani Tangsobo says hi. How you doing, Adramani? Hope you're well. Hope you're having a nice weekend. P5 AM. I think the Club World Cup is hosted every 4 years as a replacement for the Confederation Cup. Okay, that's reassuring then. That hopefully answers the question earlier. Thanks everyone for providing that context. I didn't know that, but I know that now. We've got Liverpool Goals TV. It says, how's everyone doing on this beautiful Sunday afternoon? Depending on where you are on Earth, of course. Indeed, depending where you are on Earth and if you're on Earth at all. We may have some aliens in the chat, who knows? For me, yeah, it's quite nice. For Durwood and Pixel, it's the morning. And for Hero Brian, it's the evening. But yeah, for us, it's the afternoon. It's not bad. It's slightly warm, but it's not too hot. John says added time, 3 minutes, and it should be done within the next minute or so. Durwood says, hey, Liverpool goals. Jay says, I think Van Dijk is up there for most important as well. Yeah, 100% agree. 100% agree. Like, I don't know if you watched the semi-final before this, when France were playing, but like, KONATE without Van Dijk is not the same. KONATE had a terrible game in the semi-final to the extent to which he's not playing today. He's on the bench. So I think that kind of shows how kind of Van Dijk kind of elevates everyone around him and makes everyone perform at 200%. So yeah, that's a very good point by Jay. Liverpool Gold says, hi Durwood, trust you are well. Dot says, the question is, are City getting the same Rodri backdoor? Good question. I didn't think about it that way. When he came on in the last game of the season, he did look pretty good. But I think your question is valid. Is he going to be the exact same player he was? Who knows? I hope so. Even though I'm not a City fan. But it's always nice to see players performing at their best, I think. So I hope so. But will he? Let's see. I mean, we've seen it happen before. With, Michael Owen gets injured, is not the same. R9 gets injured, is not the same. But I hope I hope he's back to his best. There'll probably be a bit of a time period where he's slowly getting up to speed, but yeah, let's see. So it's just half time now. I should really stop the timer. Dot says, are you Pakistani, brother? Yeah, my parents are from there. My parents are from Pakistan. I was born in England. But yeah, from an ethnicity perspective, yeah. It must be super obvious. Like, um, I went to Spain last year and I had people speaking Urdu to me. I went to France last year. I had people speaking Urdu to me. I went to Germany last year. I had people speaking Urdu to me. So I must give off. I must give off a vibe. Like people can tell. Fairs, yeah. Whenever I get in a taxi as well, they can always tell. Jenny says, the worst keeper in the Premier League. I think these two. Who do you reckon? Onana or Sanchez? Probably Onana. I think Onana is awful. He is atrocious. Liverpool goals says all good, thank you. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. See, if you weren't here, Durwood, we'd be starting the second half on 60 minutes. Oh, bollocks! Sorry, I shouldn't swear. I've not set the seconds to 0. There we go. I really need a drink. I like that username because I really need a drink. Says yes, brother. How you doing? Hope you're well. What's up with Nagelsmann's mustache? I just don't like it. The mustache don't suit Nagelsmann. I think he looks better when he has a full beard or he's clean shaven. That's my fashion advice for Nagelsmann. Jenny says Robert Sanchez go for, oh my god, crap. So you think Sanchez is worse than Onana? Bosky says Bosky likes chicken and Bosky likes pork. Run pigger. Bosky's got a fork. Yeah, get me. I think that's a pretty good rhyme. I didn't get you previously, but I get you now. But why is it the pig that's running? Because Bosky likes chicken and Bosky also likes pork. So should it not be run chicken, run pigger? Should they both not be concerned for their lives? That Bosky is hungry. Is that fish? I don't think so. I don't think. I was thinking about the other day. Was it like a month ago? Was it a month ago where we had like a random person appear on Twitch, like leaving like really like bizarre, not rude comments, but bizarre comments that just didn't make sense. And I remember me and you were like, "Is that fish?" And you were like, "Yeah, I think that's fish." Like he managed to get himself banned in like 5 seconds, and it wasn't even me. Like literally, it was literally Twitch that banned him. Jenny says, "What camp were you in when Liverpool fan boo Trent?" Yeah, I was not particularly happy about what Trent did. So it feels weird to say I supported the booing, but I was in the pro Liverpool F Trent camp. put it nicely. Andre said hi. How you doing, Andre? Hope you're good. Jenny Thong says, "What's fish and pig got to do with football?" That's odd. Yeah, I do get some interesting comments. If they're not kind of too offensive, I just read them out. I just give everyone an opportunity. Sometimes people say like really offensive stuff and then I have to block them. But if it's just something silly, I'm like, no problem. Yeah, they were very fish-like comments. And we were like, what the hell? Who the hell's that? And remember, like, when I hovered over this person's name, it said they registered, like, on Twitch, like, 5 minutes ago. And we were like, yeah, we think that's Fish. I'm still not convinced. Like, Fish says that he's got a daughter, but I don't think Fish is that old. I think Fish is like a teenager. Because I memorize everything that Fish says, right? Sometimes Fish says that he's at school, and sometimes he says that he's got a daughter. I appreciate that can be true, but like in my mind, I think Fish is probably a teenager, but who knows? Maybe I hope we find out somehow. They're just showing replays of Adeyemi. I really hate when strikers kind of take the ball and they're running towards the goal, and then like as soon as the strikers kind of get into the box, then they fall over. I hate that. The kind of like Raheem Sterling does that sometimes. Like he'll run into the box, he'll run, done. And then as soon as the chance goes, he just falls over. I hate that. P5AM says Liverpool fans let themselves down last season regarding Trent and getting outsung by PSG and Geordie fans. Fair enough. I think a lot of people react to things in different ways. But if it like from my perspective, I think the way the club handled it was really good. When they came out and said, look, you're entitled to feel how you feel. It's not our place to tell you how to feel. I think that's kind of the easiest way. Trent Alexander, win you all the cup. Oh my God, give him trophy that Liverpool could have won. Your team keeps talking about Fish, odd mate. Yeah, just to clarify, there's somebody in the chat called Fish, who's he's not here yet. He'll be here later, and we just kind of try and figure out like how old is he, because sometimes he says that he's got a kid, and sometimes he says he's at school. So we're just trying to figure out. He's the guy that sometimes puts like, not sometimes, always puts in the comments like his top 10 hottest, like sexiest players. It's that guy. Rahul Shah, aka Darwin Nunes, says because of 2 games. Ben says I think Florian Wirtz, I think. Yeah, he's playing today. He hit the post. Rahul says shows the high standards we have. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, this is the beauty of independent thought. Like, different people feel differently about different things. Like, for me, my opinion, and again, I'm not saying I'm wrong or I'm correct, it's just my opinion. I was very disappointed on how he engineered his exit. Like, for me, if he had signed a new contract and gotten Liverpool some sort of fee and then gone, I'd be like, you know what, you go with our blessing. But for me personally, it leaves a sour taste to leave on a free transfer. That's just the way I feel about it. But he's gone now, so who cares? Jenny says, respect that he needs. I just want every trophy that Liverpool could have won. You want every single trophy. Do you also want like the Super Cup? Do you also want the Carabao Cup? I mean, to want every single trophy is a bit greedy. Do you not think? That's what, yeah. I see it. Yeah, he does normally type that quite often. Jenny says, "What team does Durwood support? You keep talking about fish." Okay, again, I need to clarify. There's a person in the comments, so you know how you're called Jenny and Andre's called Andre, and Liverpool Goals is called Liverpool Goals. There's another person in the chat called Fish, who's not here today, so that's probably causing the confusion. Um, but he just comes out with funny things occasionally. That's it. And we were just reminiscing about kind of some of the funny things that he comes out with. A lot of adverts, man. A lot of adverts. Durwood says, "I'm a Liverpool and Barcelona fan, Jenny." Jenny says, "Sorry to him." Well, there's a happy ending. Still waiting for the second half to start. I almost feel like I need like a second. I almost feel like we need like a second timer for like how long until the second half. Ah, yes, they are coming out now. They are coming out now. Fantastic. Oh, God, man. These companies, man, they try and squeeze in an advert every single second they can. Squeeze in another advert. The players were just coming out, and I thought, okay, we're about to start now. We're about to start. And just as they're making their way out, another advert. Crazy. I always thought when Fish said he was at school, he was talking about a school of fish. Could have been. He could have been. AM says, "Has WIRTZ been good?" Yeah, I think he's played quite well. He hit the post. He hit the post. He's looked lively. He hasn't been like amazing, like oh my god, crazy, if you know what I mean. But I think he's looked lively. He's looked a threat. He's beat quite a few players that he's gone past. Quite often, whenever kind of WIRTZ gets the ball, I've noticed he'll have like three players on him. And granted, quite often those three players do get the ball, but it's three guys. Like what? He can't win a fight against three guys. But yeah, I mean he's looked good. It's your boy here, 25 says Shirky or WIRTZ. Who's performing better today? I'd say WIRTZ is performing better today. In terms of who's the better value, I'd probably say Shirky. Because if Shirky's 35 million and WIRTZ is 120. So 35, about 35 times 4-ish is 120. Is WIRTZ a 4 times a better player than Shirky? No. So that, I think that's a fair argument as well. Here's Adeyemi. See if he can do anything useful. Ball goes out. TK says Mange dog. Mange dog indeed. Michelle says name, interface, audio and microphone. Good audio. Microphone says fine on it. Let me see if I can find the model number for you. Yeah, it's fine Tank 3. That's a microphone. And audio is just plugged into a computer. It's using USB audio, as you can see. So there is like an ALR port on this, but I'm not using that. I'm just using the USB interface. Dexter says thoughts on Mbappe this season. He's done alright. I mean, things didn't start off too well for him. But I appreciate he just moved to a new country and all that. But I think kind of later on, I think he's turned the season around to a certain degree. I appreciate it must be a bit frustrating for him. Like, he's left PSG and PSG have won the Champions League. So that's not a good look. And also, I think Real Madrid have won nothing this year. So that's probably also not a good look. But he's done fine. I mean, he's done fine. What more can you say? Ooh, here's Adeyemi. Ball just completely missed the ball there. Mbappe. Yeah, I think I might have to revise the prediction because we did go with Germany. Or did we go with Germany or no? I think we went with France, to be fair. WIRTZ coming back to defend. Full crook. Kimmich, who should have done a lot better. Kimmich should have done a lot better with the goal that they ended up conceding. Goes for WIRTZ. Oh my god, you're right. I didn't even reset the diver, and now I'm like a few minutes behind. There we go. It is rectified. Dexter says, what is your prediction for Spain versus Portugal today? I think Spain will win it 2-0. That's the prediction. Spain have a weird way of winning trophies. Spain have a weird way of rising to the big occasion. So I think Spain will pull it out the bag. Yeah, I would think it'll be 2-0. 2-0 to Spain. What do you think? Poor pass by Germany, man. WIRTZ is like trying to make things happen. Spain 3-1. Okay, we have similar predictions then, because we both think that Spain are going to win by 2 goals. So probably a similar sort of outcome. Sunset 04 says, is Diaz still leaving? There hasn't really been any update, to be honest, after the past few days. He was talking a few days ago saying that I want to stay at the club, but equally I'm also talking to other clubs, which is a bit weird. Like I've never heard like a player under contract ever say that before, but I'm like, okay, it's your life. So I'd say officially nothing has changed, but I have a weird feeling he might end up leaving. But I think if Diaz does leave, therefore I think Jota will stay. Because Nunes is guaranteed to leave, I think. Diaz is a maybe. It's a maybe, but I think probably will. Because as I was saying, I've never heard like a player under contract say, I'm speaking to other people. And I don't think they will want to make 3 changes in the attack. So I reckon Diaz will go. I reckon Nunes will go, and I reckon Jota will say, "Oh, good pressing. Germany are through. Germany have equalised. What the hell was that?" Referee is complaining though. It was a substitute. Undav might just have scored. And is that Rabiot on the floor? It is Rabiot on the floor. I need to see that again. There was like a bit of a collision. Rabiot was holding his hip. So Magnon. Yeah, and Magnon took a short. Magnon took a short goal kick to Rabiot. Fulkrug kind of pressed him. And the ball basically just fell to Undav, who then slotted it in. I think the ref might be disallowing it though. Fulkrug might have pressed a bit too hard. Johnny says, I'm sorry, but my Wi-Fi is going crazy. I will come on the next stream. No worries, Johnny. No worries. I'll be back in the evening at 8 o'clock for the final. But yeah, hope the Wi-Fi gets sorted. Okay, Rabiot wasn't that hurt. He wasn't that hurt. It's because they're doing a VAR goal check, so Rabiot is continuing to stay down. But like, as soon as this goal is checked, he's gonna get right back up. Am says 1-1. It could be 1-1. They're just doing a VAR check for the Germany goal. I haven't updated it because if they disallow it, I'll have to take it back off. So I'm just waiting for confirmation. I'm not convinced like these replays should be slowed down, because everything looks worse in slow motion. He's made his mind up. What is the decision? Has he given it? French people are clapping, so I don't think he's given it. Yeah, he's choked it off. He's choked it off. Yeah, Dawood says no goal. Yeah. Fair enough. It was quite... I don't know, man. Like, to be fair, that's not a foul to me. Because it looked like Rabiot tried to elbow Fulkrug and then Rabiot fell over himself. And then Rabiot exaggerated it. And look, as soon as the goal's disallowed, Rabiot's fine again. He was lying on the floor for 5 minutes before. You can't lie on the floor for 5 minutes and then suddenly get up. Suddenly kind of get up. This is nonsense. I think players do that. You just fucking book them. I hate stuff like that. Jenny says VAR is rubbish. Think football will ever bring it off? No, I think it's here to stay now. I don't see them reverting the decision. Hopefully they hopefully they revise some of the mechanics of it regarding how decisions are done and so forth, but I think it's here to stay. Johnny says, will you do the final? I shall. I will be here at 8 o'clock. I will be here at 8 o'clock. No doubt absolutely exhausted, but we'll be here later on. Which will be like 4 hours away, I think. Yeah. Shirky again there. Shirky kind of running down on goal. He does his kind of cut inside move. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that if it works. You carry on doing that. Oh, that was a poor shot actually by Shirky. All right, well, Germany have got to get one back now. Ooh, France are through again. Oh, they hit the post. Oh, they hit the post. Jenny says it makes my blood boil when people have two teams. From my perspective, it doesn't really bother me. You know what I mean? It's their life. It's their choice. And they're not hurting anyone. What teams do you think will be relegated from the Premier League next season? I think Man United. And no, I don't think Man United will be relegated. I mean, the favourites will probably be the three that came up, right? Who got promoted again? Leeds, Burnley, and Sunderland. Oh, this dumb web browser, man. Yeah. That's a bummer, isn't it, for Sheffield United? Like, they got 90 points and then they lost the playoff. Like, that must be painful. But yeah, Leeds on 100 points, Burnley on 100 points, and Sunderland on 100 points. Yeah, Sunderland and Leeds And Leeds and Burnley as well. Louis thinks Burnley, Wolves, and Sunderland will get relegated. So he thinks Leeds might do quite well. I can see that. I can see that. I think Wolves will unfortunately be a bit weaker, especially if they lose Cunha, which is what is rumored. Which is what is kind of rumored to be happening. That might be a good shout. That might be a good shout by Louis. And not just Cunha, to be fair. Ait Nouri as well. He's another one. Ait Nouri linked with Man City, 40 million. I think you might be onto something, Louis. Wolves are going to be significantly weaker next season. Derwood says, I think Leeds will stay up. I can see that. I can see that. Ooh, there's Mbappe. Again, did nothing with it. Yeah, Leeds could end up staying. I think Wolves was a good shout. In terms of who else was kind of in and around there, Everton probably not. United, I think they'll do better. They ain't gonna finish like 15th again. Spurs, I think they'll do better. So yeah, it's probably a good prediction. Is Wirtz tripped over himself? That's not ideal. Kolo Muani now. France keep on countering because like Germany have so many players off the pitch. Nagelsmann ball. Kolo Muani made absolutely the wrong decision there. Shirky was free on the right hand side. Will you do the final, says Johnny. Yes. We'll be here at 8 o'clock doing the final. So that's just 4.5 hours. So I have got stuff I need to do in between then, but I should be okay. We will be back at 8 o'clock. At 8 o'clock UK time, aka 3 p.m. Eastern time, aka probably the middle of the night Indian time. Depending on who the manager is, Spurs might go down. That would be fun. That would be funny. It would be just like I'd feel a bit sorry for the fans, but it would be just desserts for Daniel Levy. He seems like an absolute nightmare. He seems like an absolute kind of nightmare to deal with. So yeah, Spurs going down would be funny. There were rumors today that they might get Pochettino back, and I was like, no, just don't, man. Stop doing that. Like the Pochettino ship has sailed. Apparently, he's the US national team manager now, and he's lost like quite a few games in a row. It's like one of my controversial takes, which perhaps is not so much of a controversial take, is that Pochettino is never the answer. US men's national team is terrible, yeah. I always feel like whenever you add Pochettino to the mix, for some reason, he's got this elaborate reputation that he's some sort of tactical managerial genius. But wherever he goes, they don't win anything. I mean, he even went to PSG with that super team, and in his first season, he didn't win the league. I mean, he seems like a nice person, so I'll give him that, but I don't understand why he has such a illustrious reputation. Oh, the ref's complaining about something again. I'm in favour of players getting booked, like if a ref thinks they've dived. I appreciate that it won't be 100% accurate, but it just irritates me. Drinks break for the players. And also a drinks break for me. If I could like agree 100%, 1000% with a comment, it would be with what Freya is saying here. Footballers that try to get a foul or penalty when it's clearly not a foul or penalty really annoys me. I am with you 1000%. I'm with you 1,000,000%. Nothing irritates me more. I honestly think like referees should start giving out bookings for that sort of thing. I appreciate that they won't get it 100% accurate, but refereeing in itself is not 100% accurate, you know. When they give free kicks, that's not 100% accurate. When they check on VAR, that's not 100% accurate. So yeah, if they're diving, book them. You'd soon cut it out. Hi says hello Salah. Hello, hope you're doing good. Somebody yesterday said, "Is that Salah in the off season?" And I was like, "Yeah, Salah in the off season when he switches 3 hours of exercising every day to a 20-minute walk every day and the occasional pizza." So yeah. Michael Elise is coming on. If refs books players every time they dived, Bruno would be out every couple of games for red cards. Yeah, given how he performs currently, he would be. But I'd hope kind of the threat of punishment would ultimately result in less diving, hopefully. So then hopefully he'd cut it out. Like you get a booking now for kicking the ball away, which whilst I understand to kind of a certain degree, it's still not worse than diving. JB says the irony of a Liverpool fan saying that it's too much for me. It's not irony. Like even when Liverpool fans do it, Liverpool players do it, I'm like, get up, what you doing? I hate it when Liverpool players do it as well. If Liverpool players dive, book them. That's the way I see it. Liverpool shouldn't be exempt from the rule. If a referee thinks Salah's dived, book him. I hate it as a concept, and Liverpool shouldn't be exempt from that. Asiraf Jota says Leverkusen want 140 million euros for WIRTZ. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that today. It's crazy money, isn't it? It's crazy money. Like for me, like I don't know if this is controversial, but for me, like the money is slowly approaching the point where I'm like, you know what, F you Leverkusen. like it's just too much. Like he's a very good player, but like 140 million euro is like 120 million quid. I'm like, honestly, Like, I know everyone wants him and I want him as well, but like, if they just keep rejecting these offers, I wouldn't begrudge the club if they said, you know what, Leverkusen, you can do one. We will wait 2 years for his contract to expire and then get him for free. Asiraf says hi. Liverpool still want Wirtz. Yeah, I'm sure they'll get it done. Like, I'm sure Liverpool will kind of increase their offer again. But like, from my perspective, I'm beginning to lose patience with the Leverkusen side. Like, I think we need to have like a certain amount. I appreciate we want Wirtz, but equally, I think we need to have a certain amount of kind of dignity and say, you know what, you lot can do one. Hi says a red card for too long celebration. Do you reckon? Do you reckon? A red card as well, not a booking. It's like, you guys are too happy. You guys are getting off the pitch. By that diving rule, Neymar wouldn't even have played 90 minutes on the pitch. I hear you. Based on kind of how it is right now. But I'm hoping, like, if the rule came into place, then we'd see a change in behavior, and hopefully players start diving less. Let's hope so. But I hope this deal will be done in 24 hours. Deal not collapsed yet. Yeah, I hear you. For me, I'm hoping it will get sorted next week. I think anytime next week, if it gets sorted, I think that's good enough. But if we get to next Sunday and we're hearing, oh, Leverkusen want more money, then I'll be like, you know what? Nah. But realistically, I agree with you. I think it will be sorted next week. Because to be fair, like, he's still playing. WIRTZ is still playing his season. WIRTZ's season is not over yet. But yeah, let's keep our eye on it. Just call me Jota, bro. Greetings from Malaysia. Okay, we'll call you Jota from now on. How are things in Malaysia? I've never been to Malaysia before, but I've heard it's a very nice country. Very passionate football fans and very passionate Liverpool fans as well. It must be quite late there. Malaysia time, 10:30, 10:34 at night. Well, thanks for joining at this time. Germany's kit looks quite nice, you know. I need to start buying kits, but just saying. Jota says Malaysia's a nice country. You should come. I think I should. I was thinking about this. I was thinking about this the other day. Like, I've been to lots of places in Europe. I've been to America. The last time I went to Asia was like 30 years ago. So I was actually thinking the other day, I'll need to go to like an Asian country when it's not too hot. But yeah, no, I've heard good things. I've heard good things about Malaysia. Jenny says, you okay with me? Yes. You won't read my messages. I'm trying to read all I can. Sometimes YouTube will block them, by the way. Same on Twitch and that sort of thing. Sometimes if you send too many, it's like a YouTube thing. Let's see what Elise can do. What country are you from? Egypt? Well, if I am truly Mo Salah, then I guess I'd have to be Egypt. But my parents are from Pakistan. I'm from England. How about you? That is the important question. Jenny says you can change your girlfriend, you can change your boxers, but you can't have two teams. What if Liverpool and Barcelona got each other? That would be. I guess you like. It's a win-win for you, right? Because either way you'd be happy. In some ways, if you were to support both teams in the final, then you can't lose. So I'm a bit jealous being someone who only supports one team. Freya says, where do you think Sesko and Gyökeres will go? I think Sesko might end up at Arsenal. Gyökeres might end up at Man United. But what do you think, Freya? High Seven says Liverpool would have won Champions League if they beat PSG. Yeah, I think Liverpool did look very strong in that Champions League campaign. They did also kind of win the group at the start. I think it's unfortunate for them that they came up against kind of such a strong PSG team. But most of the other teams didn't seem as strong as PSG. So I think you're right. I think you're correct. That if Liverpool would have gotten past PSG, then they perhaps would have gone all the way. Durwood says, as a Liverpool and Barcelona fan, I was raised as a Barcelona fan, but Liverpool has a deeper meaning to me. Fair enough. Fair enough. That's the thing. I think sometimes you can be raised as a kind of fan of a particular team, but then other teams' values or other teams' approaches to things can kind of resonate with people a bit more. Oh, good volley by Mbappe, saved. I reckon we Arsenal get Sesko, but Gyökeres, yeah, that's the same thing. I agree with you. I think Arsenal get Sesko, United get Gyökeres. I think Sesko would. I think Sesko would be better for you than Gyökeres. So it's the if that happens, I think that would be the better outcome. High Seven says Portugal versus Spain. Portugal might actually win. Is a shock. Yeah, I will be back at 8 o'clock tonight for that. I think Spain will win. I got a feeling it will be 2-0 Spain. But equally, Portugal are no slouches, so they can. I mean, they could pull it off as well. I mean, you have to be pretty good, I guess, to get to the final of this friendly cup as we know it. Man United fan with how many N's? 1, 2, 3, 4, with 7 N's says raw. Very nice. How you doing, Man United fan? How's your weekend been? Hope you've had a nice weekend. Man United fan says good. What about you? Yeah, it's been good. It's been good. Not too bad. Not too bad. Played some computer games, did some cooking, went out, watched a bit of football. Can't really complain, to be fair. What I have not done is any cleaning. I know this room looks really nice and clean, but that's something on my list for later this week. Who do you think is winning? Portugal or Spain? I think Spain. I've got a feeling that Spain will win it 2-0. Spain have this weird juju where they end up winning finals, where they kind of end up winning finals. They end up managing to get things over the line. Whereas Portugal less so. So I think Spain will do it. If they pull it off, no Ballon d'Or for me, 100%. I think if Spain get it, unfortunately, Yamal might be in that conversation, and people are just forgetting about the 40 goals and assists that I got. I mean, come on, what more do you want me to do? Yeah, I think Salah's Ballon d'Or chances. To be honest with you, I think they're screwed either way. Ballon d'Or seems to be, it's a popularity contest. And I think popularity contests are kind of baked in recency bias. So, and Salah's not like he's not like a sexy name, if you know what I mean. I don't think people on the continent perhaps appreciate him as much as like his own team does. And I think that, combined with the fact that I think Salah's best work came earlier in the season, I think a lot of those voting are going to forget, so I don't think Salah will get it. Here's Mbappe, though. Mbappe's got a one-on-one. If he fluffs this up, he should retire. He passes it to Elise. Elise taps it in. La France 2. Germany 0. Jenny says, Ryan 8 Nouri, new Manchester City player on 5-year contract. Get in, I'm buzzing. Good player, good left back. I'm surprised people haven't said I look like Ait Nouri yet, but that's probably coming soon. But yeah, good signing. Good signing on a good fee. The Tedgers will come after you. Let's hope not. Everton have emerged as shock contenders to sign Man City star Jack Grealish. Interesting. Can they afford his wages? They probably can, to be fair. But I don't mean to sound disrespectful, but I think that is a significant step down for Grealish. Would he not be better at like a Crystal Palace? At a Crystal Palace, one of those. Yamal so favorited for the Ballon d'Or because he's 17. I think he's just look, Spanish players are kind of viewed as kind of more kind of glamorous, have better kind of PR. The fact that he's so young as well, I think that also carries merit. My argument is look, Yamal is gonna win another 10 million Ballon d'Ors. Just give it to Salah. Let him have one, man. Come on. Be nice, Mr. Ballon d'Or judges. Portugal to win tonight, says Johnny. I think says Jenny, sorry. I think Spain will do it, but could go either way. High 7 says 2-0. It is 2-0. Tap in by Elise. France basically countered. Mbappe had a one-on-one. So Mbappe is running down, but then Elise is running down with him. So then Mbappe just squared it and Elise tapped it in. Steve says, only because you couldn't persuade Kirkes, lol. I think that's in reference to the 8 Nuri transfer, yeah. Yeah, Kirkes is another player I'm excited to see. Liverpool's like whole fullback situation is going to be very different next year. In an exciting way. You're going to have one rapid guy down the right in Frimpong, and we're going to have another rapid guy down the left in Kirkes. Excited to see pre-season. Man United fan with 7 N's says, who do you think will win the league next season? I think right now it's too early to say, you know. I think once teams have strengthened, then we can perhaps make a more accurate prediction. Because right now we don't know who Man City are going to buy. Like we have some suspicion, but you know, they're probably going to buy more players. Chelsea probably going to buy more players. Liverpool probably going to buy more players. Newcastle probably going to buy more players. So I'd say let's get to the end of the window. Or let's give it another month, and then we can make some guesses that turn out completely wrong. But to be fair, everyone gets them wrong. Even the professionals on BBC and all these things, they say these things and then they're completely wrong. But let's see what happens. Hi 7 said Germany hosts Euros and lost hosting Nations League and choked against Portugal since 2000. Very true. You know, Chelsea looking good for Premier League next year. Yeah, I mean Chelsea are going to be a danger, to be fair. They've strengthened in the right places, I think. Magnon from a goalkeeping perspective. They've signed Estevao from a midfield perspective. They're linked with Gittins as well from a forward perspective. And they did quite well this season. And also, it's not just about the new players that they're kind of buying. The existing players, the old players that they already have are also quite good. So yeah, I think Chelsea will be dangerous. Freya says, do you think Kepa to Arsenal for 5 million is good business from Arsenal? Yeah, I mean, for 5 million. I'll be honest, when I first heard it, I was like, what? And then they said it's for 5 million. I was like, oh, okay, fair enough. That's it. I think that's really good business. Apparently, he's gonna be your backup keeper. So I mean, £5 million for a Premier League level backup keeper. I think that's good business. And I don't know what wages he's on, but like if you got him on quite good wages, that's excellent business. So yeah, I mean, nicely done. I think Arsenal perhaps just need to emphasize on the kind of attacking side now, but I think what they've done so far is quite good. Football is extremely unpredictable. It is, indeed. Man United fan says delay. Derwood says, have you seen the videos of the new keeper Liverpool sign? I have. And I hadn't heard of him previously. But after watching the videos, I was convinced that he was the best thing I've ever seen in my life. Okay, maybe that's exaggerating, but realistically, he looks quite good. I like his build. He's got like a good build for a goalkeeper. He's a bit gangly, like an insect. It looks a bit like an insect, but I say that as a positive because he plays like he's got 8 legs. He's mobile, but he's big. Very cheap as well, 1.5 million. Very young. So yeah, I'm excited for this guy. I think he'll be the third choice. Coming in for Yaros, who is leaving. But yeah, I'm excited to see that. Jenny says, after seeing the first 2 bids for the German international rejected, Liverpool tabled an offer worth up to 113 million in a third attempt to receive the seal of approval. Nice. Stuff's getting expensive now, I can't lie. I hope this gets it done. If this doesn't get it done, like, you would think the club would perhaps go up to like 120, but then after that they'll say no more. Like WIRTZ is a good player, and I understand what Leverkusen are doing, as kind of Pixel explained it earlier. But like for me, like 120 should perhaps be the upper limit. Yeah, that's another one. Yeah, Delap as well. Chelsea got Delap, good kind of young English player on a good fee. Chelsea are doing their business early. They're being kind of very efficient. Fair play for them. Liverpool to sign. Yeah, that was it. Armin Pexi. Looks good, man. As I said, looks like a giant insect, but that's a positive because it looks like he's got lots of arms and legs, which is what you need to save shots coming at you. Who's better, Rodri or Pedri? Both very good, but I'd probably say one's perhaps more attacking than the other. But who would I rather have in my team? Rodri. But of course, Pedri's a lot younger. Pedri's could perhaps become. I was gonna say could become better than Rodri when he grows up. that's maybe the wrong. That's maybe the wrong terminology. Delap to Chelsea too. Yeah, that's as we were saying, that's another good signing for Chelsea. Cheap, English, low risk. The best is Chelsea, says Enzo or Enzo. My answer is Enzo. Cheap food. You have found my Google search history. But I presume you're saying cheap is good. Yeah. Dayan says who scored for France. Mbappe got the first one. Mbappe had the ball on the left. He kind of cut inside onto his right foot. And Kimmich didn't realize that Mbappe is going to do that thing. You know the thing that Mbappe does every single time? He did that to Kimmich and then smacked it in. So that was 1-0. And in terms of 2-0, Germany had a lot of their players up the pitch. France countered, went to Mbappe. Mbappe ran all the way. Elise also ran all the way. And then Mbappe just played it across to Elise. Elise tapped it in 2-0. So Mbappe and Elise. The best is Chelsea, says. Who's your favourite footballer for Chelsea? Cole Palmer. I like Cole Palmer. He's a good player. I like I like the fact like that he's not media trained and he just talks like a normal human being. That's what I like about him. Like he just seems like a normal person. Like he's not like a robot. So yeah, Cole Palmer for me. But also like as a footballer, very good. Thanks for the details, bro, said Dayan. No worries. Caicedo's another good shout. My favorite is Palmer, but yeah, Caicedo would be close. The best of Chelsea, says golden ball knowledge. Very nice. Alz.sd35 says Foden's better than Palmer. Do you reckon? I mean, it's tough to say, kind of based off. It's tough to kind of form conclusions based on limited data, if you know what I mean. I think let's see what happens. Let's see what happens with Foden next season. Last season he was horrendous, but the season before that he was amazing. So whilst I understand what you're coming from, for me, kind of Palmer. I like how Palmer's like a bit more aggressive as well. Foden is perhaps a bit more silky, but Palmer's a bit more aggressive. And I just like Palmer as a person, and that probably doesn't answer the question, but it makes me a bit biased. Is Palmer better than Haaland? Different positions, both very good. Dayan says no way is Foden better than Palmer. Chelsea's two best players with John Terry and Petr Cech was the best keeper in the Prem. All right, so back in the day, back in the day they were very good. Petr Cech, they had Ricardo Carvalho as well. Remember him? Paulo Ferreira was the right back. Ashley Cole. They have a lot of good players. Palmer more than Foden, says Dayan. I agree with you. Like if you said to me, you can buy you can have one English attacking midfielder for free, I'd pick Palmer over Foden. Man United fan with 7N says not this season. Yeah, I agreed. Foden has been a no-show. Yeah, he's not played a lot. I'd have to question, like, why has he not played a lot? Because he's been on the bench. Like, it's not like he's been injured. So, kind of, what's going on there? This season, Foden's not better. Yeah, I think Palmer's been a lot better. How many penalties has Palmer missed? I think he's been quite good from penalties, you know. I think he's missed one. But I think in general, he's been quite good. Yeah, Dayan said one. And then High 7 said, is it only one? I think it's only one. Dayan with the context there. Saying, yeah, it's against Leicester. That's it. Yeah. Cole Palmer's good. Oh, I don't agree with that, Jenny. I don't agree with that. Morgan Rogers, well better than Palmer. I don't know about that, man. Morgan Rogers is good. He's a good player. But in terms of, for me, like in terms of that attacking number 10 position for England, it's Cole Palmer. Foden not playing because he's been playing bad. True. I hear you. What do you reckon? What do you reckon the reason is for that? Is he training bad? Is he sleeping bad? Like, and do you think he'll get back up to his standard next season? Palmer doesn't miss penalties most of the time. He doesn't. It is Ham says, who's better, Rooney or Aguero? I'd say Aguero had more longevity, but I've never been as shocked at seeing a 16-year-old than I have when I saw Wayne Rooney. I was like, wow, that guy, that is insane. But I'd say Aguero had more longevity. But I still remember like the first time I saw Wayne Rooney when he was 16, and I was like, what? I'd take Rodgers at Chelsea. Not gonna lie, but nowhere near Palmer. Yeah, nowhere near Palmer. It is full time. By the way. Foden was good in 2023. Yeah, last season he just had a terrible season. Rodgers and Palmer are both exceptionally good, but Palmer just has that slight edge over him. Fair enough. I'd perhaps put it at more than a slight edge. But I still think Rodgers is very good. Oh, Itty Sham. Right, sorry. I was like, it is ham? Like, okay. Itty Sham. I see it now. Oh, right. I see. Sorry. I understand. It's because sometimes people have like sentences, like, so, like the best is Chelsea kind of thing. June Bellingham, Jude's mom, just stands on the pitch and she's better than all three of them. Bellingham's very good, to be fair. I forgot about him. I forgot about Bellingham. Alex says, probably not a lot of effort in training from Foden. I have no idea. Yeah, it's a mystery, isn't it? It's a mystery, kind of what is going on. Why is he not playing? Aguero has longevity, huh? He definitely didn't. I get the point now. I meant more for kind of Man City and Atletico. I appreciate the kind of move to Barcelona and what followed didn't go too well. But hey ho. Is it full time now? It is. Yamal has shocked me. What a player. True. Yamal is probably the one, like the next one since Rooney, where I've seen basically a teenager and be like, what the hell is that? That's amazing. So Yamal has kind of inherited that from Rooney, I would say. Man United fan said, I'm going. Bye. Take care, Man United fan. Hope you have a nice Sunday. I should probably go as well, because I'm going to be back in 4 hours and I need to eat. and I've got a list of tasks that I need to do. Yamal, best teenager since Pele. I hear ya. I'd say maybe the best since Rooney. Thoughts on Estevao, Willian to Chelsea. I mean, I don't know too much about them, to be fair. To be honest, I'm not gonna pretend like sometimes people pretend they're experts. Like I've not seen too much of him, but from what I've seen, like he looks like a kind of tidy footballer. I'm sure he'll kind of make Chelsea better. It's impressive as well that they're kind of getting their business done early, which you've always got to respect. So yeah, let's see how next season goes. But anyway, I better go now. People have said he's like the Brazilian Yamal. Interesting. We'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, I'll be back at 8 o'clock, so I'll be back in 4 hours. For the final. I've just got some stuff to do before then. But yeah, hopefully see some of you guys tonight. See you soon. Yeah, see you soon too, Pixel. Hope the Football Manager save goes well. Looking forward to hearing about that. The best is Chelsea says, take care, mate. You too. Derwood says, see you later. Yep, take care, Derwood. Hope you have a nice weekend. I'll be back in 4 hours. Hopefully I get all my admin tasks that I need to do done in the next 4 hours. But yeah, hopefully see some of you guys later. And yeah, take care. All the best.